Welcome back to Weekly Tips and Tactics. This is number 13, and absolutely, this is that continuation, that introduction to limits and limitations at their finest that I mentioned last week when we were talking about that essential boundary system that we were learning to utilize as a filtration system to really protect and build healthy relationships and support a healthy lifestyle. Right? So these limits and limitations are those hard, fast stops. This is the right, appropriate place to start looking at where we need to have them. So if you're new in recovery, or this is your first year in recovery, and you're starting to have to venture out and go to places that maybe, are a little bit stretching, if you will, of how comfortable you may be in certain settings. For instance, a company party or a big family barbecue where there may or may not be a lot of drinking going on, or just some emotional triggers or prompters. You have to be willing to name your limits, right? And that is those hard, fast stops. Even if that just looks like, what? I'm not sure if I can hang for more than 2 hours, because I know all my aunts and uncles are going to be super lit up by hour 3. And, we've got to have those hard, fast stops. Like, this is my limit. I can only stay for 2 hours or I'm putting myself at risk, and I have to put myself in the first position, right? So there's a lot of work around this boundary system and appropriately using limits and limitations to back that so that you have a really good, clear, solid foundation. So, again, unfortunately, it is a skill that most of us don't have. And it's also a skill that takes a lot of work and dedication and interest and intrigue. I'm putting below here the actual psychologist and coach that I got this work from through her work. It was pivotal to me. So I want to share it with you. So, but down below, you're going to have those top 10 steps that are going to help you build and preserve better boundaries and really identify what appropriate limits and limitations you need to have in your life. I just cannot tell you enough how important it is that you expand your consciousness around this, and don't keep it as mainstream USA definitions of, right? We have to be willing to incorporate a much higher, more open self-awareness when it comes to this, that we have a lot to keep in consideration with regard to this, and we need to make ourselves a priority. So be assertive, reach out, let me help you learn and understand this amazing gift that I received in my journey, and help you learn it as well. I look forward to chatting with you. We'll talk soon.